Now, as some of my followers know, and my subscribers on YouTube know, and people who have checked out my videos, I'm quite a big fan of the first film from this series, and I was a bit upset because anywhere near where I was showing it, none of the cinemas near where I live was showing it, which was a shame because it was shown nearly everywhere else. So I had to wait about 5 months for it to come out. Was it worth the wait? Yes, it was. Was the film The Raid 2. Now, The Raid 2, direct sequel from the first Raid, that was on the tower block, the one that people accused ripping Dredd off, but I'm not going into that one again. Set straight away after the first one finishes, main character ends up trying to get their way into a crime gang, but with reason. He's working for the police to take out crooked cops and try to destroy the crime gang. So he gets put into prison. There's quite a lot of intense and amazing fight scenes in that, just as you would expect. I'll just read the back of it. He thought it was over. After fighting his way out of a building filled with gangsters and madmen, that's pretty much the first film, rookie cop Rama thought he could live a long life. He couldn't have been more wrong. His triumph attracted the attention of the criminal underworld, and with his family at risk, Rama has only one choice: to go undercover and begin a new terrifying odyssey of violence. Now, violence is a big theme in this film. It's throughout the whole film. I mean, I doubt there's probably about not even a quarter of an hour without some sort of fight scene or someone getting killed or something. Very intense fight scenes, though, like the prison one. That was pretty good. That was the inmates fighting each other, then fighting the prison guards. That's an exceptional scene. There's one where Raymer ends up fighting in a toilet in the prison. That one's quite good as well. And then there's one where, I can't remember what it's called, I think it's Mad Dog from the first film. He ends up fighting off like 30 odd people. That one's quite amazing. But my favourite fight sequence is like the 10-minute sequence, and it's where Baseball Batman and Hammer Girl seen on the back there. I hope you can see them. They end up fighting Raymer 2-on-1 first off, so that's a really cool one. Even though apparently they're bringing back Baseball Batgirl for the third film. I'll explain about that in a minute. And then there's a 7-minute fight scene in the kitchen. Now, the kitchen one took 2 days to shoot. I know that one because I've seen that information online and I've heard that one before. Very intense fight scene that one is. I have never ever seen anything quite like that. What happens in the end? I won't give that away because that's okay, the end scene ends with Raymer and a load of people like stood in this doorway that he's got to get out of, and they've all got like weapons and guns and things. So goodness knows how. And he says, "I'm done" or something like that. That's the last line. But I can't work out how. According to Gareth Evans, this is on one of the UK exclusive question and answer with Gareth Evans, Iko Uwais, and Yahya Rouhani. The third one is set 2 hours before the second one finishes. Yeah, that's confusing. The film spans over about 2.5 years in time period. What would I give the film? 10 out of 10. Pure adrenaline, pure action, great story, great directing, great acting. Definitely one of the best films that I've ever seen. Probably up there in the top 5 or perhaps even 3. Special features, the feature commentary, but I haven't admittedly seen that. The next chapter, shooting a sequel, which looks at shooting this film, not the third one. This is on the Blu-ray bonus features. I don't know what's on the DVD, by the way. You have got deleted scene Gang War. That one is quite intense as well. A lot of shooting, a lot of violence in that, as you'd expect. And then there's a Q&A, which I'm not sure when it was from. It's got Gareth Evans, Iko Uwais, and Joe Trapanese, who did the soundtrack to the first and the second one. Once again, the soundtrack's exceptional, as you'd expect. And then there's the violent ballet behind the choreography, which looks at the fighting in the film and looks at like the different sequences and how they did it, which is also very interesting. Now, I'm not going to 10 out of 10 for bonus features as well. You can't expect much more from a film. runtime for it is actually 2 hours 30, so it is quite a lengthy film, but it's definitely worth watching. I'm not going to compare it to the first one, for the fact that it's not the same setting, it's not a similar story, it's completely different. However, I will compare it to another Asian ultraviolence film, being Oldboy. Now, I know I've reviewed that, and it's an incredibly iconic film, but this is last year we had the American version of Oldboy released. This, to me, is the Indonesian version of Oldboy. If you've not seen it, I suggest you watch it soon, because it's an incredible film, and it's highly rated by experts and fans, and they must make a third one for it. They need closure for it.